Hello everyone and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. And my name, as every other time you've watched, if you've been here before, if you're new, why hello. My name is Ashley. Today we're going to have the highly requested video, a tour of Normville. So this is where Norm the gnome lives. If you've been here, Norm hangs out in the background. Let's quickly get Norm, sorry. Hope everyone knows that you're supposed to take Dramamine before you watch me. So this is Norm. Norm hides out in our videos in the background and he likes to play Where's Waldo. So if you guys are ever bored and want a fun game, there's you one. Because yeah, Norm hangs out in the background. Hangs out in the background most days, so, or well, every day. He just moves to different spots. So that's kind of a fun game if you guys are ever bored, tired of listening to me ramble. Fade out or whatever. There you go. Norm's hiding out somewhere. I'm sorry I keep sticking my fingers right in front of the camera. Okay, before we start, as some of you know, my hubby and I had our anniversary over the weekend. This is what he made for me. He told me, he's like, I think you're really gonna like it. And I just figured it was gonna be, you know, like a little sweet thing, like, you know, something about us being together and all those things. And it's so cool. So, okay, it's a big chunk of, I'm not sure what kind of wood. I can try to insert it here if I figure it out and ask him. It's heavy. It's really heavy. But anyway, yeah, so everybody, welcome to Normville via Stitching Ain't Easy. So, and it has a cool little arrow. This is just in the wood. I thought that was so neat though. It has a little arrow. So it's like, welcome to Normville, like this way to Normville. Anyway, he's going to put some, not lacquer, but like, you know, whatever stuff over the top, like an epoxy over it and make it all sheen and make the wood like this, the grain really stand out. He's made a few tables like that and they're absolutely beautiful. I can insert a photo of one of his tables, I suppose. So, okay. Anyway, maybe at the end I'll do that. But yeah, so that's what I got for our anniversary. And I told him it was perfect because everyone's been, not everyone, but a lot of you have asked me about a Normville tour. And so I feel like this is the perfect time to do so. So, all right. So everybody, welcome to Normville. Let's do it. All right. There's holidays at either end. It's kind of the thing. There's Christmas over here. And then there's Halloween over here. So I guess we'll start at this end because Halloween comes first. I don't know. Sure, why not? All right. So I have videos of all of these. I'll link the playlist down below, but here's just kind of a view of it. But I have a playlist of all of the gnome home videos, and so yeah, I will link those below so you guys can check those out. I kind of go more into detail of what all I made and all that, but anyway, okay. So this is our Halloween creepy house. The sugar skull door knocker, sugar skull door, and all the little ghostesses. Sorry, I'm trying to move ghosts and pumpkins and such all over it. This lights up. I meant to do that. Just trying to give the ambiance for everybody. Failed to do so. So yes, that lights up. So it's in between the haunted spooky houses. There's a little set of mushrooms on there. The pumpkin. This pattern was Jennifer Cinnamon Stitch's, her pumpkin. I just made it a little bit smaller and then made this and that right there, those buttons right. Yeah, it's a pumpkin patch, in case you were curious. Here's my hat. Everyone asks, like, you know, if the hat has a place where it just kind of hides out, and I keep putting my finger in front of the camera. Anyway, but yeah, so it's just a hill. No one would even know it was a hat. Looky there. So anyway, yeah, it's a hill, so it hides out in the background. And then for the kiddos, there's the Toy Story. There is Toy Story, but it's the toy store. And her little Disney villains and the Mickey Minnie gate out front, or the fence, should I say, out front. All of those things. We have our little Teeter-Totter Gnomes and what is currently the Zen garden, but I want to make this into a horseshoe pit. That is the plan. So that all the little, I love horseshoes. I miss horseshoes so much. So yeah, put little stakes at either end and then make that their horseshoe pit. They could probably have 2 horseshoe pits and then they can have a tournament, which is always a fun time. I used to love tournaments. Won a time or 2. Just fun fact about me, why not? It's a whole bunch of people for Derek's birthday one time. We had a horseshoe tournament and myself and another person won, and that was pretty cool. We played teams. So brag moment just for a second. All right, so anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so this is the Normville candy shop. Even so, take me to the candy shop. So I will put the playlist and you guys can see all the, like, my detail of how I do everything, I guess. So there's the little walkway. They all have a fun little walkway. Try to kind of make that a thing. Let's see. These I got at Dollar Tree. They're just little leaves. The Normville yarn store, because obviously we have to have one of those. That'd be weird. Little lady knitting and her yarn goodies and all of those things. And we've decided that this guy is pining for her attention. Miss B put him down here. She helps me decorate. But yes, he's playing, I don't know, the guitar, the ukulele. We're not really sure. Anyways, but yes, he's playing for her, vying for her attention. So there's a storyline along with all the cuteness that happens in Normville, in case anyone was curious. Okay, so back here we have our Jack Sally Zero Oogie Boogie, the wooden thing that my hubby made me, or not made me, but got for me, but I love it so much that it needed to be in Normville. Hi, you can see me. How are you guys? There's my whip cart. Okay, so while we're right here, if I can do this to where you're not just seeing my reflection, these pictures, the sun was all out and now it's in our faces. Okay, we'll scoot, and then I'll show you. All right, cool. So here's our hippie home. I needed a hippie home. It's one of the very first ones I made. They have their little grill, their little picnic table, and their flower bed, and their little flowers, and all their cool things, and the little ducks on the pond. And this is where the VW bus is parked, because obviously it's at the hippie home, you know, until we get the seascape going. So until then, that's where it's at. Okay, so once again, sorry it's so shaky. I'm trying. All right. This little dude should be lit up too. I did y'all a complete injustice. My goodness. Sorry, Normville. See, look how much cuter it gets. All right, so yes. So I got that, I think at Michael's on sale. Back here is one of my favorite things, but I need to find somewhere to showcase it more. And now that I have my Normville Dramamine intensifies, now that I have this, I think I may put them on here. But I thought about putting Norm on there, but Norm hides out. You know, that's half the fun. So anyway, but yeah, my 2, stand up, make it even worse. My 2 felted mushrooms that are from Mama G Gear. I will link her channel below. Yeah, she felted those and made those for me, and I love them so much. And so they're just kind of there because it's like, I don't really know. I want something really, really cool, like a really fun spot to put them. And I kind of think that maybe, why not, you know? But okay. Also here's a little rocking chair. This kind of goes with the creek part. We're not there yet. Hang on. Okay, sorry. So I'll talk about the pictures behind it in just a second. Okay, so this is the very first, no, this is the second one I made. This is a pattern, a free pattern. The Toadstool part is, I will link that pattern below because I've used that 2 times now. See there? All right. This one has the windows, little gnome dude that says welcome, and his beehive, and his little walkway and stuff, and his mailbox, because gnomes get mail too. Okay, this is the very first one I made. Right here. With the welcome sign. That's what welcomes you into Normville. Although now it'll probably be the wooden thing. May have changed that now. I don't know. But anyway, there's our little frog. Miss B decided that's where the frog hangs out. So that's where he is. Okay. So here is our creek. Yes, mermaids live in the freshwater creek. It is a magical place after all. Our giant turtle. This beach ball was on the turtle. See, I mean, I'm just... There, it was like that. The table got bumped, apparently. Okay, the well, the little walkway between their houses. Because, you know, this little girl getting some water for her squirrel, this little thingy. So the rocking chair for the creek. So the creek either goes into or comes out of. It looks like it goes out of, but whatever. Anyway, right here is the waterway and our little gnome farm. This little dude, Farmer Fred, I suppose, and all of his goodies. I tried to make these kind of look like pumpkins, and these kind of look like tomatoes. I'm not sure if it happened, but anyway. It is cow, so this is where all the food from Normville comes from, if anyone's ever curious. Now we know. So it looks like that whenever it's all kind of together, just like the little water scene. Okay. We have a tree house. We have our campers. And this little lady, I thought her flowers almost match perfectly the flowers that are around here. So she's, well, now I'm knocking things over. Sorry, guy. So anyway, so she's picking flowers from there. Yeah, there's our camper. And then here's the nativity scene. Because obviously I'm not putting that up. Everybody, I mean, you'd think I could have looked at this before I hit record, but I didn't. Okay, so there's the nativity scene. And then my super cool trees and our little winter wonderland. Like I said, it's Halloween on one side, Christmas on the other, because whatever. This is their spot where they hang out, I guess. It's a little seating area. I'm going to do something fun. I want to make like a little table for in here and then have this stuff up on the table, but I haven't made it that far. So anyway, this is the dude's like veggies, right? And then tea stuff and all that. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get these pictures in here. Now you can just see my pants. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying. Okay, so there maybe with the Johnny Cash dresser. Okay, I'm going to try to turn the light off. Okay, so I don't think that helped at all. But yeah, so you can kind of ish see these pictures were painted by Derek's great grandma. Oh, darn it. And like packing everything up. There we go, maybe. You can see all the junk in my closet. It's all yarn. Anyway, but yeah, these were painted by Derek's grandma, and I didn't want to put them like, you know, aren't really away, but I didn't want to put them up whenever we were packing everything. So I just put them at the back of Normville. You can't see them at all. Maybe you can see me way better. That's really annoying. Okay, never mind. You know what? Just never mind. There, maybe. Kind of. So there, the back of Normville. Let's go turn the light on again. I can just take you guys with me. Look, you can see all of Normville that way. Illumination. Ooh, okay. So anyway, yeah, but they're just like, that one has, you can kind of see now, that one has a little bridge, and so it's like the water and the bridge and, you know, all of those things kind of make sense with the back of that. The little tree house kind of goes with that one. And then this one is more just trees. There's a little girl back here and just some pretties and flowers. And so I just thought that could be like the background of Normville for now, so that those pictures don't get messed up, because the great grandma makes something, then it's pretty darn special. So all right, so now the sun is out and making it a lot more difficult than it was when I had the idea to do this today. So right. You can see everything that's behind me, but that's okay. It's just yarn and a bed. So this is Normville in all of its glory. So fun. I love it so much. We had this table for a while. It was our coffee table, and then yeah, it became Normville. So what are you gonna do, you know? There's been a couple times we've missed it as a coffee table, but then I'm like, oh, but that's where the gnomes live. We can't take it. So it is what it is. And then I have a whole bunch of gnomes. Most of those are packed up right now, just kind of because, which was silly, I know. But anywho, I do have gnomes that, like, ones I've made and things, they're all packed away. But anyway, this is Normville. So I hope you guys enjoyed our tour of Normville. I don't know, I hope it wasn't too shaky. Like I said, I hope you guys know before you start to watch me, usually take your Dramamine, just kind of what it is. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, this is it. It's so fun. It's my favorite. Oh, that was Olive's crate. Olive's crate goes right underneath here, which is nice. It just slides right under there, so it all works out. It's usually not right behind me. But anyway, so yeah. But yeah, I love it. It's just like a nice extra little fun spot in the house. Like I said, Miss B helps me decorate it pretty often, so that's pretty fun. Get new things for Normville. She's usually the one that puts them in here, which is cool. So, and today is the 21st of March, and on April 1st, the 1st through the 8th, I'll just go ahead and say it here, we have a super fun family surprise thing coming that may or may not have to do with a gnome home. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll do a little intro before we do the thing, the last day of March. But yeah, on April 1st through the 8th, so that way they each have 2 days, we're going to make a gnome home, and they're going to pick out what it is, what it looks like, what the style, what goes on it, all of those things. I'm so excited. So that's our new family adventure. It's a little bit different than the norm. All right, I'll stop. So stop with the mom jokes. We call them mom jokes around here. I know usually they're dad jokes, but my kids call them mom jokes because I'm the cheesy one. Dad's pretty cheesy too, but we like cheese. What can we say? All right. So this is it. 'Tis Normville. 'Tis Norms. 'Tis Gnomes. So, all right. So thank you guys so very much for watching a Home with a Gnome tour. It's probably just going to be the Normville tour, but a Home for the Gnomes number. I don't even know. I think we're like at 15 or something crazy. It's wild, y'all. It's wild. And just very quickly, I'm making a thing to put underneath it. I mentioned that's going to look like grass and flowers, and I'll put underneath there. And I was waiting to finish that to make this tour, but then I got this, and it was like, just forget the grass. It's irrelevant. So I may come back at some point and do another one with the grass and the other new houses and some things, because I'll have new houses by then. So, all right. It just keeps growing. Just keeps growing and growing and growing. So, all right. Like I said, I will link down below the playlist in case you guys are curious of all of the crazy mischief and shenanigery that went into each of the gnome homes, and you will know. All right, cool. Thank you guys once again so very much for watching the gnome home tour. I hope you all have a wonderfully, wonderfully blessed day. Please, please stay safe. And the gnomes and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.